You said that it destroyed you.
Yeah, it tore me
But
apart,
to be
man.
honest with you, you had to be destroyed to be rebuilt. Now, you know,
shit. I'm mixing it up and all that. Fuck.
I was either gonna go ahead.
Right there, that's good. Right there, nigga.
That's how you
Do
know.
say
Hey,
and
man, you know, hey man, real gutter niggas,
1942.
man. Them niggas gonna drink goddamn cognac, tequila.
Yeah.
You know, tequila is a hybrid. That's why I drank that shit.
we
I could drink
seasoned,
tequila
man.
right now, and I could go to another motherfucking dinner or whatever. And if I want to drink vodka, I can. Or I could go somewhere, and if I want to drink scotch.
Right.
I can't.
Still
It's
function
in the middle.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The anejo is a hybrid. But anyway, man, I want to know what it was like when you found out Rock Nation was interested in you guys.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like when we did the deal, with you know, like this was like 2016 when we did that shady deal. 2016, 2017.
Top of 20.
But it was like
so Shady Records.
they wanted to do business with us too, Rock Nation.
Okay, but Shady Records expressed interest in you first.
Nah, I thought we was gonna sign a Rock Nation first.
Ah,
You
Rock
been in
Nation.
I think it
there
was
first,
all like at
okay.
the same time. Like it was crazy because like we was really just hard pressed on our indie shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we don't need that shit. There's no labels and none of that. We good with what we doing. Like, mind you, we already had the murals all over the world. We already had fans tattooing like my face on them or West Side album cover on their arm or whatever shit like that. Like, we was already establishing that. We already had like the records with Prodigy, rest in peace, records with Banks, records with Raekwon, records with such MF Doom, you know what I mean? Some of the, you know, these is like big underground. MF Doom like a big, he that nigga in the underground world. And so we was already them niggas, so we really in our mind like, man, we ain't really looking for no deal, none of that shit that, you know what I'm saying? We good. So our hunt was really for like management. We just felt like at that particular time, like, you know, we needed maximum exposure. Like we could just get this shit to more ears and eyes. Like we off and running. We already doing something special. If we could just get it to more people, we good. And you know, we was just going to office to office. So it started out as like us looking for management through like Paul Rosenberg. He had a management company called Goliath.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He had like Action Bronson and Danny Brown and you know, niggas like that under his management shit. And you know what I mean? They you know, they wanted to do like a partnership, like a deal with, you know, Griselda / Shady / Interscope. Okay. But at that time, like, Rock Nation wanted us, Nas wanted us. You know what I'm saying? You know, mass appeal and all that. Like, it was a lot of people wanted us. But that wasn't our focus, you know what I mean, at the time, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but you could speak probably more to, you know, on that Rock Nation shit too, because you've been doing beautifully over there. You know what I'm saying? Since you've been a part of it.
Like you said, around 2016, Wes was calling me. He was like, "Yo, what joint you got? I'm about to play it for Emery." You know what I'm saying? You know, me and Emery was in Ashland FCI together. You know what I'm saying? So they been in talks, and it was just like that.
Prison connections.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Right. This shit here was predestined.
No, real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, so the conceptualization of this entire agreement, that shit happened in desolate times, in destitute environments, when you and Emery was in motherfucking FCI together. Which FCI?
Ashland, Kentucky.
Ashland, Kentucky. So in Ashland, Kentucky, motherfucker, were you walking the track? Is that what you did? You walked the track?
Definitely walking that high track.
So you walking the track in Ashland, Kentucky, and you just happen to have a motherfucker, one of thousands of faces that you don't know who the fuck this motherfucker is. Y'all just happen to be in the same place at the same time and be like-minded and come together and just say, shit, man, well, you know what? If this shit ever goddamn, when we make it to where we gonna make it to, I'm gonna do this.
Right. You know what's crazy?
And you gonna do that.
What's crazy is that we never kicked it in jail. You know what I'm saying? I was hot.
What? You
I
just fucked up my whole narrative.
Nah. It sounded good. It sounded good. It sounded good.
I had some Shawshank Redemption shit all the way.
That sounded good. Yo, and when I say that, that's what people think. People think like, oh no, they been playing that. They been playing that. I mean, I was in there moving crazy. You know, niggas got the cell phones in there. Niggas bringing shit. You know, I was one of them knucklehead ass niggas. So it's like niggas like, yo, you know that's Emory over. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh word. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I ain't want to say nothing to the man and nothing like that, but I was rapping in a spot though. So you know what I'm saying? You know how that shit go to the spot. I'm demolishing everything moving in that motherfucker. Yeah. So you know what I mean? He said he heard of me. You know what I'm saying? He said he remembered me. Like I said, we was hot. Only niggas in there with the cell phones and moving crazy. So he knew who I was. Like I knew who he was, so it was predestined, you know what I'm saying, and that's what West played for him. When I said I was in the mess hall, Emory Jones, you know what I'm saying, he plays like, oh shit, showed him the picture of me, but still destiny though, you know what I'm saying, right. It's still destiny.
Absolutely. My story sounds better, but I mean, I'm gonna let it.
Right. It sounded good. It sounded good as a motherfucker.
I got a partner worded perfectly.
Hey, listen, I got a partner who got them. I fuck with still to this day, man. Nigga named Ace. You know what I'm saying? He from Memphis, man. We were locked up together, man, in Arkansas, Forest City. And we used to walk the track, just talk about shit we was gonna do and how this shit was gonna be. I also got down Sherman Williams. Y'all familiar with Sherman Williams? We got there, used to play for the Dallas Cowboys. He was dope. We won a Super Bowl. Anyway, so me and Sherman got down. We used to walk the track together and kick shit together. And that shit be cool, man, to see motherfuckers. My nigga Lil Robert. I got a nigga named Lil Robert. Matter of fact, nigga. J-Bo BMF.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? We walked the track, did time together and talked, and to see motherfuckers on this side of it all.
Oh, that's one of the best shits in the world.
My nigga Caffey still live in Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? He on the other side of this motherfucker. My nigga Weber. You know what I'm saying? Nigga Weber, who got down, made sure I had everything I needed, man, because he had control of the incoming. You know what I'm saying? So many motherfuckers that, and now we're on this side of the motherfucking wall. Right. And it's just great to see and feel that a motherfucker who we spent time talking about what the fuck we were gonna do, and now we get to sit back and say, well, this is what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, that shit monumental.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit real. That shit hit you a different way.
It's different,
that shit
bro.
Different, you know what I'm saying?
When I see a motherfucker who I know I was locked up with having any kind of marginal success, nigga, that's great.
That's what I'm saying. Like me and Emory,
nigga, that's great.
Took a picture at the Rock Nation brunch the other day, and it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? When you know when you in prison, you ain't getting no head. You know what I'm saying? You like, you know how you got all them clothes, and it's like to look at this man, that's like, yo,
person almost.
You not. Right. I tell niggas when I was in prison, I miss my kids, I miss my girl and everything, but I miss my motherfucking self. Cause you ain't yourself. You're not in there. You don't wear the same shit. You don't eat the same shit. I miss my motherfucking self.
I'm gonna tell you something. I was the same. Maybe because I ain't do as much time, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, but I was the same. I just was the same. I was the same. If you ask anybody who was locked up with me, they'll tell you I was the same. I refused to not be the same. I stayed in the hole longer than I had to stay in that motherfucker.
No, see, those are niggas that's not the same though. Because you go to that hole, I was going to the whole person too. I'm one of the niggas. I'm not.
You was on PC. That what you said?
No, I know PC.
You took PC?
Listen, how
checked in? Did you check in? Huh?
What?
Never
checking with nobody, man. No, seriously. I don't want to start my stories. Listen, I'm just telling you. In jail, it's not that you're a different person, but it's like 5 mics on the street. Yeah, like you said, I'm a dad. All that. In jail, I'm not. What are you talking about? Don't even, you know what I mean?
I'm all that, man.
Even look over here, nigga. I'm a monster in here, man.
Nah, I ain't never want to be no monster. I laughed. You know what I'm saying? We played cards and kicked shit.
See, I can't do that.
Played chess. I got a lot of the game that I got from being around motherfuckers in jail. A lot of the shit that I say, you know what I'm saying? That shit came from being
I try
around
not to take
people
into jail
who gave me game.
You know what I mean? When I do business, I just want to sit myself, go to sleep, and get up.
Nah, nigga, you letting the time do you at that point. Nigga, you about the experience. Nigga, you here for a
reason. See, he just mad bitch. You see what I'm saying? He just mad bitch. I'm in here, I'm cool with all y'all, but I'm not playing cards.
It's about the experience, bro.
All you gotta do is rap.
It's about the experience. You know what I mean?
And that still might be too much.
I ain't doing no rapping. That's what I ain't doing. I ain't finna do no rapping. You ain't finna get me do. You know what I'm going to rap? Nigga, the day before I'm going home. Yeah. Nigga, I'm gonna rap the day before I go home, nigga. I ain't doing no rapping here, nigga. Yeah. I coach softball, nigga. I coach flag football, nigga. I go to the basketball games. Nigga, I'm gonna do everything but rap. You had me by rapping, I'm gone, nigga. Gone, man. Get the fuck out my face, man.
That's how I used to do. I used to be at the spot for like at least 90 days before I even told niggas.
No, that's true. You know but niggas come to your cell, they ask you.
You don't want to be bothered with all that shit, man. Nigga,
no,
because
that shit lead to other shit.
No, real shit.
And lead to other shit. After you tell niggas, I'll blow your brains down with the Smith, nigga.
Nah, fuck all that, nigga. Let me tell you something.
Tomorrow, me and you in the yard, my nigga. Killer.
Nah, nigga, you gonna meet in the bathroom right then and there if he was really serious. You gonna meet in the bathroom right then and there if he was really serious.
You gotta chill.
He gonna tell you strap up. Strap up, light skin.
See, down south they got the
bathroom finna have this shit right now.
Yeah. Up north, you know, down south and up north beds are two different beds. Yeah. Down south beds are a little different.
Let me tell you something, man. The knives are just as sharp.
Y'all seen Life, right? That's down south.
The knives are just as sharp.
I agree with that. It's just two different beds.
And the hearts are just as big. Yeah. I don't want to hear nothing back there. Everything is you talking about temperature and goddamn like
it's a different type
and accents and
dialect. In New York, when you upstate New York, you're not on the side of the highway doing nothing, bro.
What?
Yes, nigga.
What you say?
You don't see niggas in New York on the side of the highway with the jumpsuits and all that.
What are you talking about?
Like the movie Life. You seen the movie Life? You see what they doing? They don't see that up top like that. They don't do that. It's not.
That could don't nobody be up there where it's going on at.
And it's fucking freezer.
That's what I'm saying. So ain't nobody
but down
up
south,
there.
you can have inmates on the streets. They building. You can't do that up top, bro. It's two different beds, man.
Man, listen, bro. I don't know what the fuck they had to do with what the fuck we were talking about, sir. But man, listen, man. All I'm saying is, in prison, there's a certain camaraderie. We kind of respect each other enough to kind of like, okay, we got to live in here together. I understand he don't like that, so I ain't gonna try and do that around him.
That's a fact.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Else you get your top split.
Yeah.
Get the top split. And to teach motherfuckers, a lot of people don't understand manners before they go to prison.
Nah, I learned all the rules in prison.
A lot of people don't understand manners.
If you don't,
you ain't.
You know what I mean?
Like, cutting in front of a motherfucker in line, man.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, that shit a fuck. I don't even go to the... I ain't never, nigga, all my whole bed, both my beds. I ain't never been to the goddamn chow hall. Never went to the chow hall.
Go right to yourself.
I had a fucking cook.
Yeah.
I had a cook and I had a man who would bring me motherfucking shit to cook from the officers' mess hall. You know what I mean?
So you got a different bed, man.
Be honest with you. It's other motherfuckers who wasn't T.I. that had the same goddamn
No, we know, I know.
bed.
We know when the big
know what
homies
I'm
going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, for real, it's all about access because, to be honest with you, my money didn't do me but so good because it's only so much shit I can pay for.
That's a fact.
It's only so much shit
There's so much stuff on the list.
I can't come in there, motherfucker, with three. I got $110 million, and I can't spend but one of these million here, or but $500,000 here. I can't come in there, motherfucker, say with $3 million and say, "Give me everything." No, we can't take it.
Yeah.
We don't even have a way to accept this. You can only spend $50 at a time.
Yeah, we know, I know. But I hate that. Don't you hate that
You
shit,
got
man?
the same motherfucker.
Real shit.
Nigga, your $50 is the same as the next man. $50 is the same as the next man. $50. Money ain't now. At this point, it's about your character.
That's what Jill does.
That's
Real
about
shit.
your
Who are you?
character. Nigga, I'm gonna pull up on you and be like, "Hey man, look, I know you can take that shit anywhere, but when you want to give it to one of us, You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know niggas walk in my hotel room, kick with me, and sit on my bed. I'm like, yeah, you never been to prison before.
You dig what I'm saying?
You never
Right,
been to
you
prison.
don't
understand
Get your motherfucking, hey, listen,
Sit on my
man,
bed
you
and
don't
shit.
never
Nah, you
sit
ain't
on
never.
nobody.
That's some real shit right there, man.
You don't sit on nobody.
Like, nah, you never been to jail before, my nigga.
It's
Sitting
a
on
lot.
nigga
I
bed.
mean, but
Fuck
it's
jail though.
man, back up.
It make me,
Man, back
I mean,
up.
let's
You
talk
ain't
about
never been to prison before.
Who?
You ain't.
I'm a jail legend. I keep telling you.
Jail, not prison.
No, I've been in prison. What are you talking about, bro?
You been to
I've been
prison.
I've been worse prison than you. I haven't been to the feds.
But
Nigga.
get out
I've been to
there.
super
Get out
duper max, nigga. Where you go, everywhere you go, you chained up, nigga.
What is a
There's-
super duper max?
I'm
I've
telling
never
you.
heard of this super
Never heard of
duper
super
max.
max?
I've never heard of super
All right, when you get a chance,
duper
look up
max.
Corrigan Correctional Facility.
Who?
Look Corrigan Correctional Facility.
Oh, all right, well, let the listeners do it.
Super max, you heard?
Hey, listen. I know you've done time like most of the black men in the communities that we come from, but we talk about motherfuckers who don't really like. First of all, federal time is much different than state time.
It is. I've never been to the feds. I did 3 years in jail though, so I don't know.
Jail, like you did 3 years fighting.
See,
a
look,
murder
you so
charge
jailed
in
out.
the
You
county.
listen, what I'm saying. You so jailed out. You do all that. Prison, county, nigga. I've been to every jail in Georgia, in Atlanta.
I don't want to talk about this.
I'm just saying.
You talking about county jails, bro?
No, I don't do. Listen, what I'm saying.
You talking about county jails?
No, when we
can't-
talking, I don't do so much categories with prison. Like, you know, I'm not into it that much. I don't know.
Man, nah, listen,
I know
there's
I've been
definitely-
all the way up top, nigga, for 3 years.
There's 3 branches of the government, is there not?
Fact.
There's judicial, legislative, and there's executive. Okay. There's 3 branches of jail. There's county jail, state jail. Oh, excuse me. County jail, state prison, federal prison.
I did counties and state for sure. Like,
Okay. Well, cool. That's fine.
I'm being real, but you know, I've been extradited all around Florida, all that type of shit.
That's
I'm
fine.
one of them
Hey,
niggas.
look. What we're not going to do is sit here and try to make it seem like if you would have been to one or another that it would be better. That ain't the point.
That's a fact.
That ain't the point. The good thing is you're here now,
Yeah.
and that whatever your dreams are, it's been fueled by your passion to lead you away from the path.
Agree.
And now you're here with us.
Agree.
So let's do that, man. I don't want to get into no other all the other bullshit because you ain't did no time. Anyway, a motherfucker told me, man, old ass motherfucker, man, with a bunch of game told me, because I only did a year and a day 2 times. I did a year and a day twice, and I'm sure that's not a lot of time unless you're already a millionaire. If you already a millionaire, man, a month is like a year.
I can imagine.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like in the circle of constituents that I was hanging around, and it was an old head in the midst of us. And somebody said, "Tell how much time you got left." I said, "Man, I'm not finna tell y'all about my time. Much time y'all motherfuckers got. I got wino time compared to you motherfuckers. We not finna talk about my time." And then the old head say, "Hell, I don't know why the hell not." I say, "Man, I don't want to, man. Listen, I ain't here to complain. You know what I mean? This shit could have been a lot worse for me." He say, "Son, let me tell you something. I've been in this motherfucker for 18 years. You hear me? And I was no more ready to go home yesterday than I was the first day I got here."
Real shit. Not real shit.
Yeah, that's real.
I mean, when you were in the bottom, the darkest point of your sentence, what was it that still allowed you to see the light?
Man, knowing that I was coming home. I'm saying that light at the end of the tunnel.
Now, how much of a sentence did you have? Like, what was your sentence in?
I did 2 years and then went back, did a year. I did 2 years, then went back and did a year. You know what I'm saying? But it's like this. Machine Gun Black, my brother, got killed when I was in prison.
God
You know what I'm
damn.
saying? I couldn't go to the funeral.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? All type of shit. And they didn't tell me the correct way. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of shit went crazy.
When you say they ain't tell you the correct way, what does that mean?
they called me to the counselor's office, and I guess my family notified the prison that night to let me know.
This was before social media.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
They notified the prison to let me know that night, and so when my family got to talk to me the next day, they was like, "Yo, so how you feeling?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm high as a motherfucker. We ain't just smoking. I just
so
spent
you
the yard."
didn't know.
Yeah, they was like, "Okay, so you taking it well?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm taking it well. I got like 90 days left." Like, you know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
you was on the way home.
And they was like, they didn't tell you what happened. I'm like, "What happened?" I'm like, what the fuck y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? And my baby mother started crying, and then she told me, and I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I guess when they called the prison, they didn't know how to tell me that shit, so they like, we gonna let these motherfuckers talk to him tomorrow.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Real shit. And I caught my first fed case when I was 18. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I went in that motherfucker, and it's like, on that first bed, I cried. I didn't boo-hoo, but I'm like, damn, like, nigga, you did some dumb shit. Like, you might be out of here, you know what I'm saying? So, growing up, and this one I was 22, because I was my younger years in my 20s going back and forth.
Oh, your first bid, what you call it, a year?
2. And when
2
I was 18,
years, okay, gotcha.
So it's like, when that happened, I'm going through the system again, and I'm like, nah, you know what I mean? You older, hold this shit down, it ain't nothing. Right. You know what it is. You got a baby, you know what it is, and I just held it. I held it all the way to that day. Like 90 days left.
Damn.
I held it all the way to that day. You know what I'm saying? And
what year was this?
It's 2006.
Damn.
Yep. Around when you was down, because I remember.
I actually wasn't. This was when Phil died.
Right after that.
Oh, okay,
this was when Phil died. I fell October 13th, 2007.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This was around the time when Phil was had passed or whatnot. And when, you know, I started stockpiling firearms for the revolution.
Real shit.
I mean, man, we all go through shit.
Mm-hmm.
All of us go through shit, and the things that we go through, they prepare us for the things that we're about to go through.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I truly feel that all of the things that each of us have experienced, they set the stage for the next thing we will experience.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I was speaking to my old lady today, and I say, what if, just like the Mandela effect, when that says when you go back in time, should time travel be considered a realistic form of transportation? But when you go back in time and you change something, it shall change something in the present day, which will affect the future. What if each and every person on earth, all of our activities are in unison, and the outcome of one thing is dependent on how something else is being executed? Just like, for instance, right, let's just say, what if a car crashes in Buffalo and then someone gets shot in Shanghai? But if that car didn't crash, this person wouldn't have got shot.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? What if all of our existences are intertwined in some way, even if by the most minute
thing?
Right. I believe that.
Like how we are all, what if we are all connected, even if we don't think, like for one, white supremacists, I don't believe in it. I don't understand it. I think motherfuckers is just completely. But what if every time they do something and an action takes place, it has an incoherent effect to our community?
Mm-hmm. No, that's real shit.
That's the kind of shit I think about when I be smoking. You know what I'm saying? You smoke with me, nigga, that's the kind of shit you gonna get. You dig what I'm saying?
No, real shit. You know, that's some shit like, you know, 50 like 50 said that shit. it's like how this nigga in his position, you know what I'm saying? He been a dope rapper, but you know what I'm saying? This nigga survived death. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
hey man, that's what I wanted you to talk about.
Real shit.
Talk about the death. Talk about when you kick death in the nuts.
Honestly, man, sometimes I just looking back and just seeing where I am now, it's just like, damn, man, like I'm really a strong dude. You know what I'm saying? Because like I vividly remember some of the thoughts I was having and shit to myself, like I thought I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of threw in the white towel. I threw in the white towel, man.
When? What was
like
that
when
moment?
I was out of the hospital by now, but it was like.
Now talk about what put you in the hospital. Talk about the actual moment.
Yeah, when I got shot, like just leaving the club, it's crazy because I was living in Atlanta. I've been living in Atlanta like off and on since I was like 17 to 18. And I was in Atlanta.
Yeah, I was sliding down that motherfucker.
Yeah,
okay.
I was around. Like I got homies off of Campbellton and all that. Like I still patch him. Shout out my nigga Man.
Yeah.
You know, my nigga Lil Hooley, Lil Doobie and them niggas and all that. Like I fuck with a lot of niggas off Campbellton. But anyway, at this particular juncture, like I was fucking with my nigga Rocco a lot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I was involved in some other things outside of rap that, you know, I'm not.
And we won't speak on. And so moving on past that.
But
so moving on past that.
I'm fucking with Dog and shit, and you know, and every time we'd be going to the club and shit and all that, like just fucking with him. This was like when Future was on the rise, and
right,
but Rocco was on top.
So this when I was just getting out.
Absolutely,
probably about like 12.
This is around like. This is around like
11.
Actually, I've been fucking with the nigga Rocco since about like the I'ma Do Me single.
Oh, okay,
era.
like 7 and 8.
Yeah, shit like that. But anyway, I got shot in 2000, like you said, around 12, like 2012. I was in Atlanta, and I was with my man. He had played for the Bills at that time. My man Leotis. Leotis McKelvin. He stayed in Buckhead, like right across the street from the mall, one of them condos and shit. We go to the mall or whatever, and we see I see Rocco. You know, Rocco would always like fuck with me and shit, like, you know, what up, son? You know, go with his New York accent. What's up, son? What's good? You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh shit, or whatever. And he like, yeah, I'm about to go do this show in Carolina, South Carolina, or whatever. And shit, come fuck with me, man. Come fuck with the mob, man. Ride down with me or whatever. And the only reason I ain't go, again, you know, I ain't got no license, so I wasn't about to drive, like, you know what I'm saying, all the way to South Carolina. I'm like, nah, I'm trying to find the driver and shit. But while I'm doing that, I got a call, like, yo, from my man Cutter, like, yo, we about to do this shit with French Montana, this song. He gonna give us a verse or whatever. You know, we still up and coming and striving. Like, yeah, I'm gonna give y'all niggas a verse or whatever. So I fly back to Buff. Anyway, I'm in the club just promoting the CD.
To Buffalo?
Yeah, I'll leave Atlanta and go to Buffalo immediately, like on the next flight. Like, oh shit, we about to go in the studio with French Montana. I'm thinking like, shit, nigga, this the shot we need. You know what I mean? So you know, I did back to Buffalo and shit. You know, song never happened or whatever, but I'm there for like 2 days or whatever. Niggas like, yo, yeah, we gonna go to the club or whatever. And I just took it as an opportunity. You know, at that time, like 07, 08, shit, I mean, you know what I mean? 2010, 2011, 12. That was, you know, when the strippers and like the club DJs and shit, they played a instrumental role in making, like, you lit. Like, you was lit if the hottest DJ in the clubs in that particular city is tapped in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just fucking with the DJs, letting them play my shit. And I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? I was wasted, man. I was drunk as hell, so I don't really remember the events that took place from the club up to when I got shot. But I guess niggas followed the truck, follow me back. I'm dropping the homies off. Niggas just pulled up and like sprayed the back of the truck up and like hit me in the back of the head and in my neck and in my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? But it was just right then and there. Like I just knew like I was going through. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of like just mentally, like I just thought like it was over. I kind of threw in the towel. Like I just felt like, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing what the doctor telling me and like my family and shit. Like you're gonna be paralyzed from the neck down. Like you ain't gonna walk again and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of.
How that made you feel?
It tore me apart, honestly, man. Because you know I wanted this right here like so bad. Like I wanted to be Conway the Machine that I am now.
This is important. This is important.
I wanted to be, you know,
see,
like on top of the game, and I felt like when that shit happened, and when he was telling me that, I felt like damn, man, I lost my opportunity, and that
this
shit kind of like took me there.
This is very important because you said that it destroyed you.
Yeah, it tore me apart.
But to be honest with you, you had to be destroyed to be rebuilt.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, and that's what I was saying. That's what 50 said. 50 was like, everybody need to almost die. Because he like, nigga, he said, I came back with a vengeance.
Oh, yeah, 50 can articulate
that's what he said.
that.
He said, I almost died. He said, I feel like everybody. And then I see this nigga do it. I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, nigga ain't lying. It's something. Then he said, I was on my deathbed and coming to this. Like, he's like, everybody need to almost die. If this would it do to you.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Real shit.
That was, for me, like, that time, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I was some of the darkest time. Like, I just felt like, man, like damn, man, these niggas done, even though I was alive, I'm like, man, these niggas done killed me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, anybody that know me, like, my family or friends or anybody from, like, any level of school days or anything, like, they know me for, like, I always had this dream of, like, being, like, you know, a rap star. You know what I'm saying? So like it was kind of difficult for like a lot of people in the city to hear about that and get wind of that. Like, nah, not Brody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of felt. And I just like went totally rebellious. Like I went to like physical therapy one day, and I just seen like, I don't know, just something in my spirit just told me, man, to walk out of this bitch.
Now check this out, though.
Word. So I ain't do no physical therapy. I ain't do none of that
Something
shit.
Told you walk out.
I willed myself back. I did my own physical therapy at home.
Is, though, I swear,
yeah,
like,
word. Son told me like, you don't belong here.
Let me ask you this. While you were going through your toughest time, as you was able to listen to what was going on within the culture, did you still feel that competitive spirit of shit, I need to get at that?
I don't know. I felt that spirit, but I don't know if it was because of what I was listening and tapped into with the culture. I think it was because of, like, you know, I would see myself in the mirror and look at myself and look at my face being half paralyzed and shit, and it's like, I thought that was the end for me. And that and really what it did was develop a new challenge inside of me, a new fire inside of me got sparked. Like, well, fucking, even though half my shit paralyzed, I'ma still rap better than niggas who good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what did they tell you about your face with it being paralyzed? What was that conversation like when they spoke to you about it?
They was just saying basically like, you know, they was hopeful that, you know, most cases with this Bell palsy shit, like, you would just wake up and your shit would be moving again. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bell's palsy. What is Bell's palsy?
I mean, it's just, I got it from the nerve damage of the bullet when I got shot in the neck.
Gotcha.
So that nerve damage, you know what I'm saying, I got it from that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know the
So the nerve damage,
breakdown.
The bullet hit you in the neck, which caused nerve damage, and that then gave you Bell's palsy.
Correct.
And Bell's palsy, you said they were hopeful that it should have just
like, you know
itself.
what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you should just, you know what I'm saying, wake up and one day it's gonna be back to normal. Like maybe who knows how long? There's no timetable. Maybe a year or two. Yeah. And then they had other procedures that they was proposing, like, you know what I'm saying, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, take a piece of the nerve that from my tongue, that operate my tongue, and connect it to the shit that operate my face, kind of, to make my shit kind of work. Yeah. Or like a plastic surgery. But I kind of I dubbed all that shit. I walked around, I had the bullet in my neck for like a year and a half. Yeah. Only because, like, I'm like, fuck it, like, I was just mad rebellious. I'm still was doing shows and, you know what I'm saying? I might just come out in a wheelchair, you know what I'm saying? And I just couldn't stop, son. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just was like, I ain't want them digging back in my neck. I don't want them, I ain't going back under that knife, man. I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, like, nah, you need to, you know what I mean? Don't fuck around. And I was, like, trying to work out and shit, and that shit started moving. You know what I'm saying? That shit wasn't in the place. The only reason why they left the shit in my neck, because it was so close to my carotid artery, that they was hoping, like, the dead tissue or whatever would, like, have, like, a cocoon effect and, like, keep that shit in place. So they didn't even want to fuck with it. But once it started moving, they're like, we got to get that shit out of there immediately. And that was me. For me, that was my motivation, dog. That was my challenge. Like,
that was the time
I'm gonna be the nigga. I know niggas gonna laugh and joke and have their little shit to say about, what's wrong with this nigga face?
Nah, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I'm gonna still be iller than all these niggas. Period.
Nah, nigga, check this out.
You know what I mean?
Nigga, you alive, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. that in itself, niggas can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying?
My nigga.
Word, I took 3 and I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
And even beyond that,
you know what I'm saying?
You still, nigga. Hey, listen, hold up. I'ma let him in on just one of the bars that you said on the record that we did together. He said, "Shot in the neck, now my neck is worth $250,000.
Yeah, man. I turn my negatives into positives, Benny. You know what I mean, Benny?
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I went through some pointers on my shit, man. And, it's just, I don't know where I developed this confidence from, though, Tep. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you. Like, just to go back to the beginning, what we were saying, like, just going back to that.
Yeah.
Like, it was real. It was crazy. Like, when you shot and you fucked up and, like, niggas you thought fucked with you ain't pulling up. Niggas you lose all your bitches, you lose your bag start dwindling.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just start really thinking some wild shit in your head. The medicine don't make it no better.
Right.
It's actually making you more delusional and more fucked up.
Right.
To be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had all kind of it took a lot for me to gain this confidence. I feel like, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like that shit need to be applauded more for any verse I could have ever wrote.
Yeah.
Because, like, just overcoming this shit and dealing with this and being able to be on, sitting here talking to you and like, a lot of niggas, man, if they had, they shit was looking like this, they wouldn't even, because I didn't want to, bro. I ain't want to come on. I ain't want to go nowhere, bro.
So you felt fucked up by your appearance?
Bro,
I've never been around you and felt like you felt fucked up.
Yeah, because I carry myself with, like you said, like, I'm alive.
I ain't never looked at you no other way, though. Yeah. I ain't never looked at you. I ain't never looked at you and said, man, who this nigga?
And I could tell.
Like that. I ain't never looked at you that way.
When that shit happened, that shit fucked the team up because, I'm saying, like, he the general of the shit. And it's like he come around, you know what I mean? He the funny nigga. He got the jokes. He might say something like, man, why y'all niggas doing that? He might say something, check niggas or something. So, and you could feel, you could see that. You could sense that he kind of wasn't himself. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? I remember being in the studio. I don't know if that was his first time coming back in, but I was in there and he came back. He was rapping. I'm like, oh shit. So he back rapping. Yeah. And I remember that was like a weight off my shoulders. I'm like, okay, he back rapping. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's dope. You know what I'm saying?
That was my physical therapy.
Seeing him back cracking jokes and shit. And I'm like, oh, he back. He him
once
again.
Motherfuckers knew. So you saying once motherfuckers knew that shit didn't keep you from being who you are. You nigga, just cause this shit happened, this shit didn't change me.
Yeah.
I'm still me.
Yeah. Well, it did at first. I ain't gonna lie, man. It did at first, man. I kind of, lost myself in the midst of all that because, like, it's a depression thing, man. I was mad depressed, man. Like, I lost my bag. I lost my, you know what I'm saying? At the time, I thought friends and close people. You know what I mean? When you're going through something like that, whether it's like you in a hospital or you locked up or you whatever, it's and the people you thought was going to always be there, not there, that do something to you kind of, you know what I'm saying?
But guess what? That shit here now, though.
This shit here now, though. You know what I mean? Shit
hey,
here now, man.
Well, my boy Bone Crusher told me, man, listen what he told me. He say, $1 million is never late.
No.
It's always on time. $1 million can't get to you. You say, God damn it, if you was here yesterday. Nah. That motherfucker's on time.
That motherfucker on time.
That shit is always on time. You dig what I'm saying? And you guys, all that you've gone through, individually, collectively, together and apart, all that shit, man, all that shit led to you being where you are right now.
Absolutely.
I believe that.
Absolutely.
If you would have had it easier, if West Side Gun would have had it easier, you wouldn't be as strong as you are right now together.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? That shit must not go unnoticed.
Nah, for real.
So we have a tradition here at expediTIously. That tradition is Word of the Week. Now, Word of the Week usually is me selecting a word out of my vocabulary that applies to the guest we're having or the discussion that we had with the guest. Yeah. The word I chose to use today for the Griselda group is incredulous. Incredulous. Incredulous is, by definition, unwilling to admit or accept what is offered as true. I use it as a sentence just so people who are listening right now can go to work tomorrow, sit around the water cooler, and use this motherfucking word just like they've always known it, not giving me nor you any credit. But we're going to do this for them, for the fucking culture. All of the members of the Griselda group have incredulous stories of how they survived their circumstances to make it to where they are today. Incredulous. Now, incredulous just basically means unbelievable. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I think that coming from where you are, coming from where you were, coming from where Gun was, to make it to where you are today, that shit is incredulous.
Real shit.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Because all of us could have motherfucking been, listen, man, be it not for the grace of God or the motherfucking stroke of the universe, I could have been dead under the motherfucking prisons, nigga, life, nigga. I could have, man.
Right.
For me to be here, that shit is incredulous.
Shit.
You know what I mean? As I'm sure you feel that shit every day. We feel the weight of that shit every day. And it's juxtaposed against what we have to do today. We know, shit, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for this. And that shit heavy on us. But then, day to day, we still gotta motherfucking press this line. We still gotta make sure, listen, man, I can't go for no bullshit. I came too far to get all the way here and go for bullshit in front of you. You see what I'm saying? So that's a balance. That's a fucking scale to tip.
Yeah.
I commend you guys for continuing to motherfucking press on and represent for motherfuckers like myself and other motherfuckers that came in before me. Like, I fuck with this shit because I know that it's genuine and authentic.
Fuck with that, man. Like real
shit. Appreciate that.
Yeah, love and respect,
enough, man. I can't thank you enough.
Love and respect.
You know what I text you and told you, man. Like, I can't thank you enough, man.
Oh yeah.
Know?
So you did records for me, and then you sent me a record for you.
Right.
And how did that go?
Man, it went shit as it should, nigga. I got the king on something. You know what I mean?
He basically got to me and was like, yo, man, I just try some shit. I'm going to send it to you. You just tell me how you feel about it. Man, I hit that nigga back on that shit done.
Yeah, that shit's done like that. Next morning, I got the two.
Y'all niggas gonna stop leaving me out these sessions.
Hey, listen. Say, bro. Hey, say, bro.
You know what I mean?
Everybody who pulled up got on. Everybody who pulled up got on.
Yeah,
pull your ass up. Get in there, bro.
Get
your ass in, man. Get your ass in, man.
We got some shit, low key. Me and Tep got some crazy
Hey, man,
shit.
get your ass in. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. I got so much shit to say don't make no sense to nobody but me. You understand me? Like,
We got a lot more to do.
What a motherfucker don't really understand about me, man, is that really like, man, words fly around in my motherfucking head all day.
Yeah.
And these words just flying around, they don't make no sense in my head. Then when the music play, I'm like, okay, boom, that one. You see what I'm saying? Or if I'm in a conversation, you know what I mean? Like right now, we're in a conversation, so the words is flying around in my head. That one. Like, I welcome all that shit. And motherfucker, man, want to pull up on me, man, get in the studio.
I'm going to pull up on you tonight. I was seeing, what time you...
Give us five. Give us five. Listen, man, good and goddamn well.
Chill, let's not do... don't... Let's...
I told you I was proud of you already.
Did the word of the day. Let's just keep
I told
going.
you I was proud of you.
Don't.
You pressing me too. You put a little rush on me. But I like to know you better. Hey, man. I wish you guys all the success that life has to offer.
Man, thank you, man.
Because I feel like you've endured all of the hardships
I appreciate you,
that
bro.
life has to offer.
Man. Thank you.
And I'm eager and anxious to see how the world will receive the time when we all get on this motherfucker and do our shit together.
Right, sir.
With y'all being as New York and East Coast as y'all are, and me being as unapologetically South as I am, it's just gonna mean something.
Right.
We're gonna make that shit happen.
We're gonna do something
You dig what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Hey, go support anything connected or associated with Griselda, and bring that shit right back to expeditiously.
No question.
You dig what I'm saying?
Salute, man. Thanks for having us, man.
Man,
pleasure.
I appreciate it. Thanks for just
shit.
fucking with us out, just
hey, man,
the scenes,
it's our job to fuck with the niggas that's really, really deserving of some fucking with. You know what I mean? That's what we supposed to do.
No question,
that's my job.
Man. That's all love, man.
Love and respect.
Yes,
that's sir.
Watch your favorite episodes of expeditiously right now on the expeditiously YouTube page.